Hello everyone. Welcome to Sahikadi Gaming. Today, we start a new series, named, Build Your Ship. This video is an introduction to the series, and answers to some FAQs from people about the same. So, let's begin. What is this series about, you may ask? So, Build Your Ship is a series completely dedicated to exploring the different ways in which a ship can be customized, so as to perform various roles in the battle. Historically, warships were designed to undertake a specific role in the battles they would be involved in. Similarly, World of Warships Blitz also allows players to customize each ship to suit their gameplay style. Similar ships that we encounter is not always of the same build, but can be very different indeed. Thus, we need knowledge on how to make a ship to suit our own style, and make it work perfectly, as well as to counter other ships. What are the different builds available in the game? Actually, there are 4 possible builds for every ship. They are speed build, defensive build, offensive build, and anti-aircraft build. Let us look at them in little detail. Speed build is one of the most popular builds in the game. Here, the emphasis is on the speed of the ship, rather than its protection. Thus, these ships have high speeds, moderately powerful armament, low armor, and high concealment. Their shells as well as torpedoes have high fire and flooding chance, and their ships are really agile. These ships and their captains can really become a pain in the neck for other players. The best tech line for speed builds are the French cruiser line, and the Japanese gunboat destroyer line, though any other tech line can take up this build and succeed. Defensive build is also a popular build among battleship players. Here, the primary emphasis is on defending the friendly objective, while causing moderate damage at long ranges. Thus, such ships have excellent armor, moderate to low speed, very accurate and strong guns, mediocre concealment, and high agility. This build is the best counter for speed build players, as another very important role of speed build ships is the capture of enemy objectives. The ships and the captains who run this build are highly respected in the division and fleet they belong to. The American battleships and heavy cruisers, German battlecruisers, British battleships, and some Japanese battleships are great for such builds. Offensive build is another type of build for players, but is not quite popular. Here, the ships have extremely strong guns and strong armor, along with moderate speed and agility. The emphasis here is on firepower. Thus, the guns have low reload times, high traverse speeds, low chance of damage and high repair speeds. Other than that, they have very minimal expenditure on other fronts. Thus, such ships need to be originally strongly armored so as to stop as much incoming damage as possible. Such captains are rare, and honestly, really hard to play against. German battleships, Pan-Asian destroyers, and Japanese cruisers are the best candidates for this role. Here, it is required to be mentioned that the Pan-Asian destroyers have very low health, but their strong deep-water torpedoes cause mass hysteria among cruisers and battleships, while their strong guns fends away any destroyer attacks. Along with this, the entire Soviet lines of destroyers and cruisers can be made in this build. Finally, the most popular builds of all is the anti-aircraft build. Here, the anti-aircraft armament is the most important point of emphasis. Thus, the ships have strong AA defenses, mediocre armor and speed, comparatively weaker guns, and high agility. With the CV situation going out of hand, a ship with anti-aircraft build is highly welcome. The most viable tech lines for this build are the American battleships and light cruisers. British light cruisers can also modify in a similar fashion. The factors which affect the builds of ships are the commander skills, equipment, supplies, and camouflage. We will discuss these in details when we specifically build every ship. Thus, with the questions answered, it will be easier for all of you to understand the context of the series. Now, all you need to do is subscribe, and turn on post notifications. With this, we end this introduction. Hope you would stick around with us to make this series a success. Goodbye.